Is he talking about the same Muslim League, this Rahul Ishwar, where 300 of its members were booked because they said publicly in a rally, we will hang and butcher Hindus and hang them by the next temple. This is the same IUML that supported Hamas. This is the same IUML that took out rallies in eulogizing Nasrallah. There is a very thin line between ethical conversion and forced conversion.
They have such an allergy to calling out the main issue here, Dr. Ranganathan. Look at the way they are scratching at other wounds, not at the main one.
No, absolutely. Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, let me begin before I come to the nub of the issue with two things that have already transpired, having listened to two of my fellow panelists and good friends. I don't mind and have never minded the utterances, illogical as they are, of my good friend Vivek Srivastava, because I can smell sulfur from a mile. You know, he is belonging to the same party that perpetrated the brutal Mari Jhapi massacre, where the CPIM cadre butchered 10,000 innocent Dalits. And he denies that ever happened. So let's not talk about Vivek. I want to talk about Vivek. Propaganda. I did not interrupt you. My turn has come after 20 minutes. Yeah, please don't do this. Please. Yes. My issue I take not with Vivek, he should be relieved, but with my other good friend Rahul Ishwar. I'm agog at the virtue signaling that he has just done. I mean, he uttered a list and then he says, the problem is not great parties in Kerala like IUML. Is he serious? Is he talking about the same Muslim League, this Rahul Ishwar, where 300 of its members were booked because they said publicly in a rally, we will hang and butcher Hindus and hang them by the next temple. This is the same IUML that supported Hamas. This is the same IUML that took out rallies in eulogizing Nasrallah. And this guy here says on your panel that it's a great party. Rahul, the fact of the matter is we are living in an age of wokeism, victimhood, selectivity and political correctness. And honestly, I don't know if we are allowed to tell the truth anymore. Away from Britain, we have seen the very same perfidy being playing out in India. And thank you for publicizing this news. It's very important because remember the horrendous Ajmer grooming case that was hushed up? I hope this one isn't. Remember cases of love jihad that continue to be hushed up, continue to be called a figment of one's imagination by journalists and opposition? Love jihad is a reality. Let me be very clear. Impersonating someone else's religion for the purposes of entrapping a woman or coercing her to change her religion for the purposes of marriage or for living out peaceful married life are criminal offenses. For the leftists and the logically challenged, most often one and the same thing, the means do not justify the end, where the end is an interfaith marriage, which by itself is a wonderful thing. Now you can bunch these three offenses under any phrase, love jihad, grooming jihad, it doesn't matter. What matters is, do these offenses happen? The answer is yes, by the hundreds and with alarming regularity.
There is nothing called love jihad.
It's
your imagination.
Vivek Srivastava, they are taking our girls to ISIS. This is the church. The church, the Syro-Malabar Church, had in 2020 released a wrong statement, a strong statement, claiming Christian women were being victims of love jihad. This is now resonating with a section of its parishioners. This is grooming jihad. One second. Just please don't interrupt. No, 1 second. Mr. Srivastava, please, you will have your turn. Please don't do this. I'm going to lower your fader. Please, I'm counting till 3. Dr. Ranganathan was speaking. Okay. Show some courtesy. Did he interrupt you? Yeah. No. He never interrupted anybody. Let him finish his...
Why is Dr. Ranganathan against somebody converting his
You
religion?
can come back to him. I'll come back to you. But let him finish his point. Don't make me behave like some schoolmaster here.
Okay.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, as I was saying, when it suits people like Vivek Srivastava, even one incident merits an outrage. And here it suits them to ignore the hell a Hindu or a Christian woman goes through. Like the recent chilling report from Kheri, where Muhammad Nawed duped a Dalit woman into a relationship by impersonating as a Hindu. 3 months into her pregnancy, he began forcing her to convert to Islam. And when she refused, he, along with his friend Farhan, raped and poisoned her. But there was no outrage. Because wait, while Jai Bhim is unconditional, Jai Bhim is conditional upon the perpetrator not being a meme. Look, in any case, why blame BJP when it was originally the Kerala High Court that ordered the government to frame laws against love jihad? Go outrage against the court. Go outrage against Mahatma Gandhi, who said, and I quote, "If I had the power to legislate, I would stop all proselytizing." Go outrage against Ambedkar, who said Dalits should not convert to Islam as it will denationalize them. And the danger of Muslim domination becomes real. Rahul, just 30 seconds. Look, forced conversion or conversion by means of inducement, allure, monetary, social or health benefit, or through miracle cure inducement is clearly illegal and should be banned. The problem is not conversion or preaching. No sensible person can be against it. After all, religion is an idea, and a follower of any religion has every right to express that idea and try and convince people to come into his religion's fold, just as I have every right to quote unquote preach science or atheism or Darwin's theory of evolution and try and convince people to leave religion and come into science's fold. So I can never be against conversion or proselytization. The issue is forced conversion, and unfortunately there is a very thin line between ethical conversion and forced conversion, and the purveyors of religion snort it with gay abandon. We have seen how millions of Sikhs have been converted in Punjab through those outlandish miracle cure rallies. The same is the case in Andhra Pradesh. The state is powerless to stop this. The issue is also not about people following different religions, Rahul, just 30 seconds, or one religion more than the other. As long as everyone loves and respects India and each other, why should it matter what religion one follows? Unfortunately though, we live in a real world, and it does matter. We have seen this all too often. When the newly converted become proverbially more Catholic than the Pope, they begin to espouse values that are not in consonance with Indian values of love and tolerance for everyone and every religious belief. Rahul, as soon as demography allows it, the balance tilts. Haven't we seen this in Kashmir Valley? How ethnic cleansing of Hindus transpired, how cinema halls were banned, how women were targeted for what they wore, how homosexuals were persecuted, how Sharia was given prominence over constitution. So let us not give this facade to the reality, which is love jihad and forced conversion.
Okay, Adil Hassan, this entire Jai Meme, Jai Bhim. One second. Let me just bring in the last spokesperson and then you can. उसके बाद सर आप ही बोलेंगे और कोई कौन बोलेगा सर किसी को बोलने का समय कहाँ देंगे आप आदिल हसन साहब let me bring you in this Jai Meme Jai Bhim that Oaisi saab keeps talking about, this is a hollow slogan. It has now been proven.
How we are responsible for that?
Who is turning up? No, so you should accept it that it was a hollow slogan to begin with.
Why hollow slogan? We made first Dalit mayor in Hyderabad. Everybody knows this. In Bihar assembly election,
I'm talking about Jai Meme, Jai Bhim. I'm talking about Jai Meme, Jai Bhim. I'm talking about Jai Meme, Jai Bhim.
Yes, Barrister Asaduddin Owaisi Sahib told Ambedkar is the tallest leader of the country.
Yes, this is how you treat the proteges of Ambedkar.
Sir, you come to Hyderabad, in Darussalam, you will find tilak or topi or turban or cross. Everything, every are welcome in Darussalam. Barrister Asaduddin Owaisi Sahib, Akbar Sahib, all MLA respect that this is our reality. So we are winning from Hyderabad. Every community gives us vote. We never support. We are not supporting that forced conversion. Everybody knows. And every day in UP we see that Pintu Chaudhary of Ghaziabad, every day he used to sit and ask a girl from the Muslim community and she got converted. Nobody, no regime.
Adil Hassan, do you accept, one minute, do you accept the version of the, do you accept the version of the Prayagraj police? Do you accept the dossier that we have accessed, that there is something called grooming jihad that is taking place in this country? Yes or no? Let's start with the basics. Do you accept?
I know one thing. NIA and security is under the Modi government. If anything happens, Modi government is responsible, and we still want to know why all the 4 killers
answer the question. Do you believe
Pahalgam?
1 second. Do you believe, sir? Do you believe that grooming jihad? 1 second. That the reality of 1 second, Mr. Hassan. 1 second, Mr. Hassan. 1 second. Calm down. Mr. Hassan, calm down. I'm asking you a specific question. I'm asking you a specific question. Can you answer the question, or do you want to do whataboutery here?
No, I am ready to answer.
I'm asking you, pointed question. Do you believe that there are modules, Islamist modules, that are preying on Dalit girls, and there is something called grooming jihad that is taking place in this country? Yes or no?
In Islam, we never support any type of jihad Because we know Constitution of India, it's all created by the BJP and right wing.
Okay.
We know this.
So viewers, just a minute.
Kerala is a very
Okay, just a minute.
very
I asked him a
beautiful
straight
state of the country.
question. He's giving me a.
Don't
One second. I
neglect
asked
the
him a
Kerala.
straight
Kerala is
question.
one of
He's
the
giving me some
most
theoretical
beautiful
answer
state of the country.
about.
In
No, one
every
second. About our
empirical
polity.
data, Kerala is very
These are the
high in
people.
education,
These are the
every
people who came up.
empirical
Lower
data.
his fader. These are the people who came up. Just
Kerala.
one second. Please, sir, stop shouting over me. These are the people,
Anandji,
viewers.
a humble request.
Calm down. These are the people who talk about vote jihad, viewers.
Anandji, a humble request.
Vote jihad. These are the people who talk about vote jihad. And they say that, you see, we don't indulge in jihad of any kind. I asked a simple, straightforward question of Mr. Hassan.
Nobody
And I will
indulges.
ask
It's your
again
imagination
Vivek
and your nothing
Srivastava,
else.
who looks after, who is so partial towards Dalits today. Let's ask him. Now are you convinced, Vivek Srivastava, or will you still stick to your guns?
See, no. I'll tell you the problem.
Yeah,
The
you tell me the
problem
problem.
is the Dalits were, tortured, butchered, not allowed into temples. Their women were just taken forcibly.
Yeah.
This happened for centuries.
So you take them
And
to
then when many of
Afghanistan
them took to
and
Islam,
turn them into
everybody had a problem.
and turn them into
So now-
and turn them into all sorts
these
of
Dalits,
one
the
second.
Muslims of this nation,
So
are the
you will
Dalits
prey
who
upon
converted,
them, you will
are
exploit
very own
them.
blood,
Okay.
are
So
very own
viewers-
people.
So viewers, here
Nobody
it
has
is.
exploited anyone.
Here it
You
is.
are scared
Dr.
that the
Ranganathan.
Brahminical supremacy
What this
of
tells me-
Hindutva is being challenged
One second,
by
one
Jai
second.
Bhim, Jai Meme. That is
Yes,
the problem.
yes. Okay.
And we will do it.
Okay. Oh wow.
This
wow.
false agenda of
Rahul Shivsingh,
Hindutva
sir, just
and
one
Brahminical
second.
supremacy
Yeah.
will
Rahul
not
Ishwar
be
wants to
allowed
come in
succeed.
also. And
Your
Dr.
false agenda
Ranganathan.
will not be allowed to succeed.
Adilji, just 1 second. As a Hindu activist, my request to you is, there has been some instances of forcible conversion. Nimisha Fatima, Sonia Sebastian. It would be good if our Muslim brothers can condemn this
कुछ नहीं है,
and say
सब
this is
agenda है
wrong.
तुम्हारा।
And
कुछ नहीं है।
please,
Condemn
can I
this,
complete?
condemn
Okay,
Can I
just
please
lower his
complete?
fader,
Can I
please.
So many
Shouting
Muslims
too
are
much.
being mob lynched.
Today I don't know. We've
And-
obviously we've
You know,
hit a raw nerve.
I,
He's losing it. Yeah.
Let me answer, please, Rahul. Allow me to speak.
Okay.
Mahatma Gandhi on anti-conversion law. But we should also take into confidence the majority moderate Muslim brothers to our side. We should win them over and take
Well,
them
sir,
along in this fight against
Mr. Hassan would call himself a moderate Muslim brother, but he doesn't want to be on our side. He's making it very
Why?
clear. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, you're making a point.
Sir,
Go ahead.
we never-
Next,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, the problem is किसकी फेक न्यूज को बस्ट करूं. I mean the time runneth over. ये आदिल जी कह रहे हैं कि हम जिहाद में बिलीव नहीं करते. इनके लीडर ओवैसी जी के स्टेटमेंट है, our ancestors did jihad against Britishers, quote unquote. जिहाद इनकी रग रग में बसा हुआ है.
के खिलाफ जिहाद
Now,
होता है, इविल
बात
इंटेंशन
सुनिए,
के खिलाफ
please
जिहाद
don't
होता है.
interrupt.
प्रोफेसर साहब, आप जिहाद के
देखिए,
किताब
अब मैं
पढ़िए,
आपके
हम
लीडर
नहीं
को
पढ़े.
कोट कर रहा हूं. अब
मेरा
आपके
लीडर
लीडर
को
को
गलत
कोट
कोट
कर रहा हूं,
कर रहे
उसमें
हैं,
भी
सर.
आप मुझे
सर, मेरे लीडर को आप गलत कोट कर रहे हैं सर. नफ्स से जिहाद
Verbatim.
होता है, इविल डीड से जिहाद लड़ता है. आप इतना जिहाद पे पढ़ लिए कि देश गुमराह हो गया है. आरएसएस बीजेपी सिर्फ जिहादी पर किताब पढ़ा है. संविधान को बोलिए पढ़ लेने, अच्छा रहेगा सर.
सर,
Rahul,
संविधान में
now
लिखा
I
हुआ
can't-
है कि आपको फोर्स कन्वर्शन करने की कोई
कौन
इजाजत
support
नहीं
कर
है.
रहा है, सर?
और
Conversion
आपको
forcefully कौन support कर रहा है?
इतनी मुश्किल
पिंकी
हो रही
चौधरी
है.
गाजियाबाद
You
में
are
हर दिन
finding
कर
it so
रहा है.
difficult
कोई यूपी
to
पुलिस
even
में
accept
ध्यान
the
देती है.
facts. I'm leaving it here, viewers. I think we made our point. I put out this story.
Adilji,
Yes,
can't you
Dr.
condemn-
Ranganathan, very
can't
quickly,
you
you make your
condemn
point, and I
forced
want to then move on. Yes.
now that I have exposed Adil ji, let me come to my what can I say, bunny, without risk of sounding very offensive, Vivek. Does he even know his CPI co-founder EMS Namboodiripal what he said? Working class is superior to Dalits. Does he know what he said? We will wreck Ambedkar's constitution from within. आपकी रग रग में एंटी दलित भेजा हुआ है.
There you
आपने
go.
10,000 दलित्स को मैसेकर किया है. माफी मांगो.
No, they will not, viewers. This is
mean,
now a
don't
new
know
construct. You see, the plan is, I'll tell you what the plan is. Let's get the Muslim vote, let's get the Dalit vote. We'll be about 40%, we'll win the elections.